Welcome, welcome. I'm super excited that you're here with me today. My name is Cindy Lish, and I am an accomplished career coach that helps stay at home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to successfully get back to the workforce. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. So, whether you've been at home for 20 minutes or 20 years, this is the place for you. In fact, over the past 8 years, I've helped 600 women to get back to the workforce at jobs that they absolutely love. And before we get started, I want you to pop over and subscribe to my channel so you are the first one to know every time I have a new video, which is going to be every week on Wednesday. Okay, are you all subscribed? I hope so. Okay, let's get started. If I had to say what people tell me is their biggest fear about going back to the workforce, it's outdated skill sets. Okay, outdated skills. They're afraid that I've left the workforce, technology has moved on, and I don't have the skills, and I don't even know what skills I need to know. Okay, hold tight, we're going to take care of all that. So first off, if you don't know what skills you need, it's actually very easy to find that out. Look at the jobs that you're interested in, right? The jobs that light you up, the jobs that are like, hey, I would really love to do this. I'd be amazing at this, but I'm just kind of missing this program. Look at those jobs. See what skills they need, what technology skills they need. Now you know what skills you're missing, right? Okay, easy, right? Check. We took care of that part. Now we know what we need. We know how to go and find those skills. Okay. Now, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not going to allow one computer program, one application, one bit of software to stop me from achieving my career goals, to stop me from moving forward, right? I mean, like we wouldn't allow this for our children. Oh, well, I can't do long division. I guess I'll never leave third grade, right? I mean, it doesn't work that way, but here we are and we're adults and we feel, oh my goodness, I can't do this. No one's ever going to hire me because of that. And I can't even tell you how not true that is. Okay. So let me tell you a couple of different stories, and then let me talk to you about ways that you can learn these skills without going back to school, without spending a lot of money or even any money on it, so that you can get yourself up to where you need to be, and then how you can put that out on your resume. Okay. So, I have a client who was a high level executive assistant, like for CEOs, okay, CEOs, CFOs. She was out of the workforce for 14 years. And I just want you to think about that for a minute. Like what technology looked like 14 years ago in that field versus today. 14 years ago, when you filed something, you threw papers in a cabinet, right? When you file something today, you're in a cloud, and she learned what she needed to do. I'm going to teach you how to do that. She learned what she needed to do. And through a targeted resume and a really sensational cover letter, she got back to work at that same level where she was before. Okay, this absolutely is possible to do, but you have to want to do it. You have to want to invest in yourself, in the time, in the energy that it takes to learn something new. Okay, now I talk about technology all the time, and you're like, oh yes, Cindy's online, she does all this stuff. Tech is easy for her. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, if you haven't heard my tech stories, I'm going to tell you my tech stories right now. So I have always been the last person on board with technology. My husband even reminded me recently that I nearly divorced him over 20 years ago for buying a laptop, right? What do we need a laptop for? We have a computer. We have a mainframe computer. Remember those huge computers? Okay. I fought getting a cell phone. I don't need a cell phone. I don't need to be accessible all the time. I fought texting. It was like in the amount of time it took me to type this profanity text, I could have called you. I fought getting an iPhone. For goodness sakes, what do I need a computer in my hands for at all times? Well, now it's another story, right? When I launched this business from a local business to a full online national business, I had no tech skills. I was like, Facebook, what? I had never YouTube, upload a video, download a video, record a video, none of this stuff, okay? Plus I have about 18 different tech systems that I use to operate all the behind the scenes for my program. Oh, that I use from the iPhone, right? And, it wasn't easy, but it was just, I said, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this. Okay, so I took some online courses to learn how to do this. I I used every possible tech support that was out there because they really are out there. YouTube became my best friend because with YouTube, you can literally learn how to do anything. Okay. And you watch it and you stop and then you do it. And then you replay it because you messed up and you stop and you do it. And then this is not working for you because you can't understand them. So you find a different person and you do it again. Okay. Other places that you can go to Skillshare. Go to Skillshare.com. There's always coupon codes out there for Skillshare, ranging from 1 week to 2 months free. And even if you had to pay for it, it is very, 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 very nominal, where you have access to high-level courses that ordinarily you wouldn't even have access to. Okay, so I'm not just talking about the simple, Word and Excel, but I'm talking about complicated courses and project management courses and Adobe courses and creative courses and things like that. So go to these places and brush up on the skills that you need. Okay, you're never too old to learn something new, right? When we stop, when we say we can't learn something, that's when you stagnate. That's when you can't move forward. So now what can you do with this? You gain these skills, you learn how to do these things. So how can you go forward and use these skills? By the way, Google has a lot of courses for free. LinkedIn, if you have LinkedIn Premium, you have their Linda program. There are courses out there. So there's so many offerings where you can have these courses. You don't have to wait to find it. You don't have to go and take it in a class. You don't have to, wait till, there's an opportunity for something, because all you're doing is procrastinating. The best way to handle this, and when you say, I'm going to do this now, is boom, do it now. Literally, dedicate the time now, do it now. We're all smart women. We're resourceful women. You can do this. So now you've learned these different skills. How can you handle these skills and how can you put them on your resume? Okay. So now, if you learned a new software and you've never used it for work before, then certainly you can't include that in the bullet points, but you can include it in your skills. You can include it in either skills, you can include it in software or computer technology section. They can certainly go in those places. Okay, so these are ways that you can include that. Also, when you're interviewing, and if they're talking to you about a computer skill and you don't have the one that they're talking about, but you have something very similar, I want to make sure that you're always opening the door and not closing the door. So I want to make sure that instead of saying, no, I don't know how to use that program, you instead say, well, actually, I have extensive experience with such and such a program. I can do this, 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 and this. And this is very similar to whatever program it is they want to know if you can use. Okay. And I learned technology quickly. So, give me a day or two and I'll be up to speed on that one as well. Right. It is that growth mindset that employers are looking for. So many of the jobs that are out there, they say, we are willing to train you in this. We are willing to teach you these things. We're willing to because they can do that. They can give you the courses. They can teach you how to use the technology, but they can't teach you to have a good work ethic. They can't teach you to get along well with other people. Okay. They can't teach you to be the kind of person that's resourceful, that thinks outside the box if you don't. Okay. So don't let something as simple as, I just don't have that computer skill. I mean, that's silly, right? I know it's scary. Of course it's scary. Everything that's new is scary, but it's also super exciting. Think about how proud you have been of yourself every time you have learned something new, okay? When it's challenging and we learn how to do it, we have much more of ourselves vested in it, and we can feel much prouder of ourselves for taking on that challenge and learning it and conquering it. So please, please don't allow something as missing a computer skill to allow you to hold back. So what does that mean? That you stayed home for 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is, you're missing a computer skill and that means you're home for the rest of your life? Come on, just think about how that sounds, right? You can always learn. No worries at all. You can always learn something new, okay? I hope that you feel inspired to go out and learn whatever tech skills that are missing that you need for your job, okay? I hope this was helpful for you. I have a lot more free resources for you on my website. Pop on over to cindylish.com, CINDYLISH.com for more videos, for blogs, lots of opportunities there, plus the opportunity to to sign up to speak one-on-one with me for free to see how I can help you on your personal job search. Okay? I hope you have a productive week. Always remember that you're a warrior, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.